No sé si porque es el primer episodio del año, pero estoy nerviosa.
Nervioso.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
probably why I kind of feel weird too, like stepping back into it.
Yeah. You guys don't feel
A mí
a little
siento que
off?
me falta un pedazo de mi alma.
And the fact that we're missing
Yeah.
Amira.
Like,
Honestly, Amira.
from all of us.
Respectfully.
Like,
Welcome back, guys, to the He Said, She Said podcast.
vamos.
Bien, lo dijo.
Hey, first try.
Lo dijo bien.
Second
Didn't
try.
mess up our
Lo dijo
name.
bien.
How many episodes are we in right now?
Like 8, I think.
You think 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
And I'm still not getting the name right. But anyways.
I'm not used to it yet.
I think we're 10.
Huh?
Right?
No, 8.
9.
I have no idea. Anyways, I'm excited for this episode because it involves arguing.
And we all love to argue.
We all love to argue.
Especially with each other.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We just like to have very heated
I don't think-
discussions.
The thing is, I don't think it's that we like it. Us as a friend group, not even just us. We have other friends outside of the gym. Not the gym. Outside of the
We
podcast.
got friends outside of the gym.
We don't have friends outside of the gym, actually. Outside of the podcast, we have other friends, and it's the same way. Like, have you guys noticed that our dynamic is to argue?
Yeah. Well, it's not to argue. It's just to have, we just like
A
to
very,
share.
We have fun little
dynamic
banter.
discussion.
Yeah.
Very dynamic discussion.
But we're going to be talking today about, well, it's going to be a little,
Two-parter?
yeah, it's going to be a two-parter because in the first part, we're going to talk about machismo and what we think machismo is.
What
and
is
if the
machismo
guys
in
think,
English?
Machismo?
I think it'll be masculinity.
Masculinity. We're going to talk about
Machismo.
No, well,
masculinity.
not masculinity.
Isn't it
I think it's toxic masculinity.
Toxic, I think, toxic
Yo
masculinity.
Because
creo que la forma
masculinity
mejor-
isn't bad.
Yo creo que la mejor
Yeah.
forma de decirlo sería ¿es machismo? Como una pregunta.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, how do you say it in English?
Yeah, bro.
¿En English?
I think
I
it's
think it's
toxic,
toxic masculinity.
Machismo.
We're going to be talking
No.
about toxic masculinity.
Mierda, no.
Well, and we're just gonna be talking about like things that we think are toxic masculinity and ask the boys if they think it is, and if
debate
they
it.
know. And debate it, yeah.
And
Debate
also
a little bit.
experiences
Yeah.
with toxic masculinity.
So like, for me, okay, so like first, toxic masculinity for me is when men feel like they have to be more and put down a woman. I feel like that's when it's just toxic.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
masculinity isn't bad. Like, I feel like that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it's when you try to up
A level above.
Yeah.
When they think they're a level
Yeah.
above women.
or like entitled to things just because they're men.
Yeah.
Like, so that's my
like what?
gist
Like
of
what?
it. Like, guys are they think they're entitled to sex because they paid for the date. That's toxic masculinity.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, that's a good one. homie.
Yeah.
Yo.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No, está bien, está
So but let's
Or guys that men, like, expecting sex out of it.
Yeah.
Not even entitled, but, like, expecting it just because, like, we went to eat sushi.
So that's for me toxic masculinity. Do you guys think that toxic masculinity exists?
Sí.
Yeah.
Obvio.
Of course.
Okay. At least we got.
Do
I was
you?
scared, bestie. I was really scared for that one.
Do you guys think that you've ever been part of toxic masculinity?
Or do you
took a
have,
part
like-
in
Listen,
it?
and when you're talking about like toxic masculinity and this guy, I'm like green energy. I'm not toxic at all like that.
No, I think we all have. I think we all.
Say it's a joke.
We all have
Yeah.
in some point.
Been.
But, yeah, we all have been in some point, but ¿qué pasa cuando pasa esto o cuando se presentan estas situaciones? Es que uno no lo naturaliza tanto.
Yeah.
O bueno, nosotros que venimos de Sudamérica, normalmente en Sudamérica, en
Machismo.
Latinoamérica, el machismo es muy prominente
A lot
y es
more,
basado en la crianza.
Y en todos los años
O sea,
de historia que
o sea,
hemos tenido
siempre, en la crianza siempre es prominente.
Pero no solo en Latinoamérica, en todos lados.
Sí,
Yeah,
pero
yeah. But it is
throughout the world.
very prominent in
es
Latinoamérica.
muy prominente en Latinoamérica y por eso la mayor cantidad de tasa de machismo
Well, in Asia
de...
too, though.
Yes,
In
Ale.
Asia too. So
Yeah.
we're talking from
Sí.
our point of view.
Sí,
Yeah.
o sea, desde nuestro punto de vista, en Latinoamérica es donde se ve la mayor tasa de machismo y de hecho, yo personalmente viví en el país donde
Oh, yeah.
se le golpeaba más a la mujer.
Sí.
Que es
More
Perú.
domestic violence.
O sea, es donde
Oh,
hay
yeah.
más violencia
¿Doméstica?
doméstica.
Wow.
Y tanto así, yo estuve 4 años en Perú, y tanto así que tú kinda te acostumbrabas
Que eso era
a ver
normal.
a mujeres con la cara morada en la calle caminando.
That's insane.
Como si fuese lo más normal del mundo.
That's crazy.
I didn't laugh because I thought it was funny. I laughed because in Dominican Republic it's kind of the other way around. Like I feel like women have more of like a
Empoderamiento.
empowerment, empoderamiento
Really?
contra los hombres. Like los hombres se
dejan mangonear.
respetan más a las mujeres than like the other
Okay.
way around. You know what I mean? So that's why I laughed. I was like,
Pero eso
damn.
sería
You would
una-
see the man like beat up like before you would see
Pero
the
eso
woman.
sería una mayoría.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, there's like a thing. Ustedes no han
O
escuchado
sea,
como que las
porcentualmente,
mujeres...
porcentualmente. ¿Sería una mayoría?
Yo diría que sí.
Well, I have a Dominican friend. She told me that every Dominican man has a mistress. Maybe that's why they
Has a
tolerate it.
mistress?
Yeah. That's maybe why. Like, be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go like with the other one because the other
Que
one treats
también
me
va de
right.
la mano.
Yeah.
That
Of
might be
course.
one of the reasons, though.
It
También
could
va de
be.
la
That would
mano.
make sense.
Sí, va de la mano.
It could be one of the reasons. But I just thought the difference is funny.
It's not in that case though, because in Peru, like it is actual violence. Like they're like
No,
beat
yeah.
up the women, and their videos are like,
No,
like
yeah. No, and then...
girls.
I don't want to be exact, but like there's countries... I don't know if I'm wrong saying this, like Saudi Arabia or like countries like that where like women literally can't even show their faces.
Right. Like,
Or like,
Pero eso es-
Middle
show
East.
any-
ya ahí nos estamos pasando a un
that's
punto de
something.
religioso.
Yeah.
O sea,
An extremist,
Yeah.
like
como
extremista.
Yeah,
el
but I'm not...
muslim, de todo ese peo
But the way
que
I
no
see
conocemos.
it, but I'm not talking
Informal.
about the religious aspect of it. I know that that's like the big part of it, but the deep rooted issue is men thinking that like
They're-
women can't, that they're property, that women
Yeah.
are property.
Sí, pero volvemos al principio también con que con esa es su crianza.
El mundo has been led by men for so long that that's why we have the patriarchy, and that's why we have all these things that sometimes we don't even notice. Because I think that the way that we grew, like you were saying, there's things that even to this day I have a struggle finding something wrong with it because I was taught that that's how it's supposed to be.
Like what?
Like the fact that a man should take care of you and provide. To me, that's the way I was raised. So
Yeah.
sometimes I have a hard time
Like
when a man says, I want to be a stay-home dad. You know?
Really?
Like, it's not that I don't support it, and I do. I am trying my hardest to educate myself into, like, hey, like, it's okay. And I'm trying to divert from the way that I was raised, but I feel like even women have this same issues of, like, we were raised a certain way that now it's
the way we
harder.
were. It's
Yeah.
the way we were.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we can't fix it.
No, it definitely doesn't
But,
have
like,
to be that way.
If it isn't broken, you don't have to fix it.
It is broken.
How is it broken?
It depends in some cases.
I think that putting that pressure that only men can take care of the house is, first of all, a lot of pressure on you guys. And second of all, diminishing all the work that we could do.
Listen, just to like go right straight into that. That's the way we are raised, and that's building our DNA at this point.
No,
It's not built in your DNA.
there's no like chemical. Don't say DNA. That's just the way you're taught.
Okay, it's just the same, right? It is like the way we're built, and we are educated from the beginning to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot make men weak.
But I'm not
Okay.
making
We
you
are
weak.
mentally
Okay,
built to handle that.
Okay, but women are mentally built or like raised to like listen and shut up.
Yeah.
So if you say that that's like
What we should
how
stay
it should stay or like the way it's
I
wired,
never
it's
said
not
that.
true.
That never came from my mouth. I just said that this is like my perspective as a man and how I was raised.
Well, but the thing is that because you see this, and this is what I'm talking about. You see, tú ves que si tú no provees por tu casa, eso te hace menos. Cuando si haces el mismo trabajo de la casa y la mujer va a trabajar, ¿por qué piensas que el trabajo de afuera es menos que el de la casa? Tú sabes lo que es limpiar toda una casa, agarrar a los chihuines, crecerlos.
I do know.
Exacto. So, ¿por qué lo haces menos que ir a trabajar? ¿Y por qué te sientes menos si no
creo
lo
que-
haces?
No creo que el
No.
punto sea hacerlo menos. Es que también estamos pasando a otro punto en el que, obviando un poquito la crianza masculina, tóxica, también pasamos a un punto en el que los valores que nos enseñan es que nosotros deberíamos ser successful de alguna forma. Y sin normalmente, el primer logro o recompensa que te brinda, o primera característica que te brinda el ser successful, es poder provide a una familia o a tu
Correcto.
hogar, por lo menos. Si no puedes ni siquiera eso, o si estás dejando ese logro a tu pareja para tú encargarte de la casa, sí, como nos han criado, sí es un poco...
Es que sí se cría así, that's
Eh,
true.
eh,
A
yo
los
los
hombres
entiendo,
crían
like,
así.
Uno se
es
siente un poco menos cuando, o sea, yo entiendo eso y de hecho en mi crianza fue así. Mi papá fue el que trabajó toda la vida, mi mamá tuvo incluso que dejar de estudiar para criar a mi hermano y a mí. Y en su punto, ya porque mi mamá es mucho más inteligente, ella terminó de estudiar y todo eso, pero incluso siendo así, mi papá era el que pagaba la mayor cantidad de las deudas y la mayor cantidad de los bills y
También pasa
absolutamente
otra
todo.
cosa, es que los hombres pueden aguantan más trabajos difíciles, ¿me entiendes? Que les pueden construcción, carga pesada.
carga pesada.
¿Me
Vamos,
entiendes?
como
vamos
que,
allí.
like,
Construcción, like
Trabajos
building,
trabajos de obrero.
working on,
Trabajo
yeah,
de-
trabajo de
like construction.
construction, stuff
But
like
there's
that.
women that do construction.
Sí,
Pero son
okay.
muy pocas,
It's
que las
just
que
the
son
same
capaces.
way. It's the same way that not a lot. We don't have a
But
lot of
let
men
me,
nurses.
Let me finish. Like before you guys get into it, like there's a lot of poor people, right? That they need to struggle because they have a baby or like coming or something like that. They need to like they're gonna do whatever they do, you know what I mean? To like be able to like carry the kid and like make a living. So a lot of men, they're not educated, they're not prepared, they don't have the resources, and they're gonna go to those workplaces to like just find enough to.
But we're
make
not
a
saying there's
living.
anything wrong with that. Where are you going with
course.
that?
I'm just saying like.
Que los hombres tienen. What I got from that.
What,
I don't know,
what
from
I'm
my
trying to
say
ignorant
is like
mind.
for get a higher income, like make living better, the male is usually the one going for like those jobs so they can make more money. You know what I mean? And the woman can do
Well, I mean,
whatever she
okay.
wants.
I
at that
really
point.
I didn't want to go into like the past thing, but let's think about like when women weren't able to work those jobs, or like when they were paid like less. So maybe that's like you said, crianza. That is definitely like a lifelong thing, and that's the reason that it's like that now. Like maybe men work more in construction or men work more in like the more heavy duty jobs, but like
Because that's how we were raised. But that
That's how
doesn't
it
mean
was
that
come
we
up.
can't do it. There's nothing that biologically, there's nothing that stops me from doing the same jobs you guys do. That's what we're saying.
eso es verdad.
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Eso es verdad. O sea, y la prueba está ahí de que hay tantas mujeres también haciendo ese trabajo. Yo entiendo
Mi única,
eso.
y entiendo de que, like, because la crianza y todo esto, but we can't just say that's just the way things are and
Yeah,
there's
no.
nothing wrong with it.
like if you think about jobs that men don't typically do, what do you think about?
Nursing, teaching, anything that involves nurturing.
Teaching.
Teaching.
There's more women teachers
I
than
was
men
going.
teachers.
I was thinking more. I did think nursing, but I was thinking more like beauty, like nails, like hair, things that are more like
Feminine.
feminine and also like
mean,
that it very is easy to do.
I've seen men doing like a great stuff like on those.
Yeah, just like I've
salons.
seen a lot of great construction women.
But like,
workers.
dude, there are like just a few. It's like a one special.
And there's just
there's
a
special
few.
cases. Special cases.
Okay,
You know what I
but
mean?
like going back about toxic masculinity, my point that I was trying to make was that toxic masculinity affects in a negative way to women and men because it stops men from becoming in touch with their emotions, becoming more like that pressure of supporting that whole thing. That toxic masculinity brings that into it. Therefore, it's not just us being affected by it, it's men, but they don't notice it because they're not the ones being
Sí
put down.
Creo que sí lo notamos.
¿Sí?
Obvio. Solo que,
Yeah, that was gonna be
solo
me.
que nosotros estamos acostumbrados a que nos digan no. Pero sí lo notamos y estamos desde pequeños, aunque nos digan que nosotros somos hombres y no nos digan prueba cosas, ve y haz lo que debería hacer un hombre, de igual forma nosotros estamos acostumbrados a que tenemos que limitar nuestros pasos de algún tipo de forma.
Explícate.
Limitar nuestros pasos de no dejarse ser un hombre. Ahí, si tienes que hacer las cosas bien, tienes que hacer tu trabajo duro, tienes que trabajar inteligentemente, no tienes que dejar de ser un hombre
Tienes que
porque...
proveer.
No solamente en eso, o sea, sí, yo no.
Verga, no sé bien cómo explicarlo. No tienes que dejar de ser un hombre poniendo ahí la comilla no puedes mostrar debilidad.
No,
Ahí
you
voy.
cannot show weakness, yeah.
No puedes mostrar debilidad. Y hay veces que nosotros
Well, that's what I'm
somos
saying.
débiles.
That
Exacto.
sucks.
Y eso es lo que te estoy
Not
diciendo.
That sucks
Sí lo
for you
notamos.
guys.
Sí lo
Yeah,
notamos.
Not
no.
really. Not,
Ahora
You
te
know-
estamos diciendo que lo
Okay,
notamos.
so algo interesante que aprendí hoy que yo no sabía. So
Que
Wait, because
que
I
los
wanted
hombres
to.
lloran,
I wanted to ask
eso es
first.
mentira.
No.
Los
what do
hombres
you
mean
guys-
por los ojos.
I have a question because me and Kat have our questions ready. What do you guys think is the hormone? Speaking of like emotion, what do you guys think is the hormone that is produced the most when women are on their periods? No,
no, what didn't know that?
I didn't know that until yesterday.
What is it?
testosterone.
Okay. What am I doing? What's supposed to do with that?
It's
What I
just
want to
kind
find that
of-
information is that women are kind of known, I guess, or like we get a lot of shit for being emotional. They're being too like spontaneous or just emotional in general.
Yeah.
But like
During that period is when our
We're the
testosterone
most-
level it's the highest.
and that's literally the hormone that makes up men.
So you don't think there's a correlation between emotions and our hormones and the fact that we produce more men hormones during this emotional period?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause the
Would you
thing
guys
is-
say
the
that
thing
women
is,
are more
listen,
emotional than men?
Yes. And you guys can express you guys can express
Depende de la
it
persona.
freely. You know what I mean? Because as a man, you gotta like learn how to control your emotions, and you cannot show them. I'm a person. I feel a lot. I am a crybaby, but I don't come up as that
Well-
because I learned how to tame myself and like my emotions and my anger and all those feelings.
You don't
And I
learn-
like to be. And I learned how to be neutral.
Okay. Well, there's
You know what I mean?
therapy for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
fuck?
you use the word
There is.
no, because you
The
use the
fuck?
word tame, and that to me sounds like you oppress
Yes.
your emotions.
Yes, because
And
Which
that's
sucks.
not
That
good.
sucks. Yeah, that's toxic.
But to be honest, okay, would you date a weak guy? With
But what's a weak guy to you?
A guy who opens up about his feeling and cries every time he talks about yourself. Like they say, they say
Okay,
he
but
comes to
women
you.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Listen, but wait, stop. Listen, I'm talking about masculinity. We're talking about men here, okay? So comes to you every time and says I love you and crying and like kneeling before you, like.
But you wouldn't
But I
even
feel
want a
like
girl
nobody
like that.
wants that though.
Nobody wants that. Exactly.
But that's
I
what
don't
I'm
get
saying,
your
pero
point.
tú no lo quisieras de una mujer tampoco. No, you wouldn't. Tú quisieras que una mujer viniera y sea like estuviera llorándote por todo
Like
y diciéndote I
emotionally
love you.
unstable.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
emotion.
that's different.
That's what I'm
Okay,
That's what
I
that
got
is.
over, like, exageré.
Sí, lo
Exageré.
hiciste mal,
Exageré.
explicaste
Pero,
mal.
okay, pero una persona que tú sabes que, por ejemplo, llega un momento difícil en la vida y breaks down. Like, every time, like, there's a problem in your
Sí.
life, would you like someone like with you, like, it's gonna break,
That's what I think
like,
is
mentally
wrong.
break down?
That's what I think is wrong about toxic masculinity because I'm not for toxic masculinity, but that's toxic masculinity. Like not having
You didn't answer the
I
question.
guess
though.
like no, you wouldn't want that. Nobody
you
wants
wouldn't
that.
want that. So, like, us as men, we need to, like, build value for ourselves over time.
Okay, but it's okay to break down and cry. Like everyone does that
But you
as a
cannot do
human
that.
being.
Not
No
in front of
frente a
your family and your
No frente a alguien.
waifu girlfriend. You cannot do that.
I'm not gonna lie, I respect the men most in my life that have broke down and cried in front of me. More than like a man that will suppress his feelings or like
The
hold
thing
down
is,
tears
like-
or cry
Pero
somewhere
eso es
else.
ahora.
No, solo
Ahora
es
que se ha abierto un poco más la situación de que los hombres como... No, los hombres sí
Claro,
lloramos,
pero
que los hombres sí
te
tenemos
estamos hablando de este
sentimientos.
momento porque solo podemos hablar de las experiencias que tenemos nosotros.
Claro.
Y por ejemplo, para mí breakdown, que tú no tengas la confianza para llorar enfrente de tu novia, significa que no tienes esa confianza o ese acercamiento con
Se
ella
llega-
para hacerlo.
Se tiene que llegar a un punto.
Pero
Se
ni
tiene
contigo
que llegar a un
mismo.
punto.
Pero
But,
ni
like,
contigo
even-
mismo.
Y
even-
se
like-
tiene que llegar a un punto porque también yo no lloraría con cualquiera que conozco al principio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No es como que un novio de una semana, oh my god, me
No.
siento, you know?
And like I don't cry, but that's not
I'm a
from
crybaby.
like built up.
Yo-
anything, I
yo
just don't cry.
A mí me molesta llorar incluso frente a mi mamá.
You can't.
Some
De
people
hecho,
are
yo
just
ni-
like
la-
that. I don't
yo-
think that has anything to do
no,
with.
o sea, y yo soy un llorón. De hecho, yo lloraba
Okay,
frente
but
a él.
why
you
does
didn't
it? Okay,
believe
but
it.
wait.
Yo
I
lloro-
said
yo lloro con cualquier
I'm
cosa.
talking about emotion. That doesn't have to mean crying. That doesn't have to mean
No,
sadness.
Those are
like,
that's
Yo-
feelings.
Yes, but
Wait,
I'm
wait,
not
wait.
talking about just
No.
that.
Estoy hablando de tener tus emociones
Bajo control.
bajo
Bueno,
control.
wait, eso...
Tanto así que llegas a un punto en el que particularmente, yo aprendí a cuándo llorar.
En
Yo
general.
tengo momentos en los que yo digo, bueno, tengo mucho rato sin llorar,
Vamos
hoy
a
voy a
ver.
llorar.
Okay, guys, emotion can also be anger. Emotion can be cuando te
Lo
ofendes
que yo
fácil.
quería
Emotion
llegar
can be...
con eso es de eso de oprimir los sentimientos. Hoy aprendí de que los hombres se suicidan más que las mujeres.
Sí,
Yeah.
Sí.
Yeah.
muchísimo más.
Sí.
¿Y por qué? Porque no les enseñamos cómo lidiar con sus
how
emociones.
to deal with
Nah,
Porque
really.
les enseñamos eso, a oprimir sus emociones.
That's why there's so many like murderous men too, and like why there's so much
Like,
anger with men
Es
because
porque-
they oppress
¿sabes
their
por qué?
emotions.
Porque a la mujer se le enseña que está bien, que ella puede llorar. Cuando tú ves a una mujer llorar, tú la quieres consolar.
Está bien.
¿Ah?
Está bien.
Pero cuando tú ves al hombre, tú le enseñas que, oh,
Yeah,
los
and
niños
that
no
sucks.
lloran.
Es debilidad.
Somebody has to be. It has to be like a balance.
I feel like us as a society we might be going in a better direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at
From
least
how
we're
it
like
was.
having conversations about it.
Actualmente por lo menos se habla.
But yeah, like at least we're having conversations about it. And I think,
Yeah.
okay, well, let's do the question.
To answer your question though, like before, like about like you said emotions like anger and stuff like that. The other day we had an argument here. I wasn't feeling okay with you guys, and I decided to step away because I was angry.
We
as
be
fuck.
fighting, bro. I'm not
We'd be
playing.
fighting. I was like I was out of it, and I decided to step away and control myself because I knew if I said something I was gonna be like snap on all of you. That's how you tame it. Like I know myself. I know like if I get out like
But that's not a
I'll
man thing.
flip.
That's not a man thing because I can. You want me to go crazy? I'll go crazy in front of you right now. That's what I'm saying, and
I
that's
don't
not.
do that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not just lo hombre. That's just every human needs to
Yeah, I
learn how to
don't-
control their
I don't
emotions.
go crazy. Have you ever seen me like angry out my mind? No, because I don't.
Lo que
do
estamos
that.
diciendo es que eso es like que los humanos todos tenemos que aprender cómo hacer eso.
¿Cómo
no solo
lidiar
los hombres.
with our emotions, like in general, like?
Porque si, por ejemplo, like Amanda hiciera eso, a nadie le gustaría. Eso ella tiene que aprender que cuando se enoja no puede gritar o matar a alguien.
O las laptops y cosas así.
O pegar a
Sí.
la pared.
Yeah.
I've learned. That was 3 years ago. I'm a
So, yo
better
creo que eso es
person.
algo que, like, como una persona madura deberías tratar de ser. Porque no puedes ir yendo la vida enseñando todas tus emociones.
So and like about like the suicidal thing about men and stuff like that, it's like it sucks to be a man, to be honest.
It sucks to be a man.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
What do you mean by that?
It's very unfair. Well, wait, I have a question. Like, if life is unfair, doesn't mean like it is
It's
fair.
fair for everybody? Yeah, no.
Wait, because I'm not gonna lie, that triggered me.
No.
It
Because
sucks
we
to
all
be a
have
man.
different type.
No, but it sucks to be a man.
It does.
In what way?
It sucks to be a woman too.
Sí, pero...
Sí, but like,
I guess they both suck. It sucks out here.
Está chimbo vivir.
está mal
Como
vivir,
mujer, mamá.
pero como un hombre peor.
You think it sucks to... You think it's... Okay, hold on. So you think...
No tenemos el punto de, o perspectiva de
Ask
otro
it.
lado, así que no vamos a poder.
Yo solamente te voy a decir que como hombre,
Tenemos la
You don't have
perspectiva,
value.
una sola perspectiva.
You don't have value?
as a man in this society, you don't have a value at all. Even the law in Florida, the law protects crocodiles, bunnies, snakes, women, and then never.
Okay,
men
Alex,
is
do you
never
think
protected.
men have it
But, like,
easier than women? I mean,
do you
worse
think
than women?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Do you think women have it easier than men in life?
Yes.
¿Quieres que te diga la...?
That's so insane to me because I could
Yeah.
walk out of here right now
¿Quieres
in
que-
the street and like get brutally murdered and raped.
Yeah.
Si eres bonita, la tienes mejor
Sí,
que un hombre, que cualquier hombre.
cualquiera.
Okay, we're not talking about beauty standards though. We're talking about men.
It is
Women.
how it is.
I'm not saying that it's worse to be like a woman than it is to be a man. I'm not saying that. I think it's equal.
do.
You guys have your struggles, we have
I
our
do.
struggles.
I do. I just do.
That's wild. Anyway, let me ask my
But
question.
why? Just like talk.
No,
Let's
yeah.
argue it.
Okay, I have like just toxic masculinity questions that I want to ask you guys just for a little trivia moment. Do men judge how serious they're gonna take a girl based on how they dress? Like, let's say you go on a date.
Bueno, hay hombres que sí.
Let's say you
pero
go on a date and you kind of like the girl, but she's dressed maybe provocatively. Do you think that you judge her based
da
off that?
igual.
A mí, la verdad, como que she might not. I'm just gonna like,
Si le queda bien, do you.
yeah.
Do you guys...
Si le queda bien, no me importa, pero like, I think it.
Creo que
has-
lo que veo es si le queda bien o no. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
My
You
question...
can tell.
That's
My
good.
question was, why do you guys care about body count so much?
I don't care.
I don't fucking care.
What do you guys?
I
what
would
do you
care
guys-
if it's zero.
Wait,
I was like,
So if I say I have 50 bodies on me, will you take me the same way that if I said
Wait.
if I had
Okay.
one?
Because what do you
Yeah.
think is a high body count?
I don't think there's a high back count.
You don't think there's a high body count?
¿Qué?
Tomas, do you think there's a high
¿Quieres que
body
sea
count?
51? Ey,
¿Por qué eres así, Tommy?
So you guys don't think there's a
Me
high
igual,
body count?
I don't
me
care.
igual.
What if a girl where you go on a date, right, with a girl, third date,
me
you
da-
like her, and then she tells you,
Ese-
my
ese-
body count is
ese
342.
fucking término me da igual. Y de verdad, la verdad,
That's good.
me da cringe, y no me gusta usar la palabra, pero me da pena ajena, me da... que tengas un body count. Olvídate el número.
Sí,
¿Para qué
como
coño
que,
quieres
¿pa'
contar?
qué?
Yeah.
O sea, ¿qué estás contando,
What are you trying
bro?
to do?
Pero, por ejemplo, ok, so te lo pongo en una situación, tal vez no con body counts, pero en amistad de nosotros. Si tú me miras que yo estoy trayendo, tipo, alrededor de ustedes todo el tiempo, vas a pensar menos de mí. Pero si ustedes traen culito, yo no voy a
La
cambiar.
estás pasando bien, ya.
Es como que,
No
Why
seas
so
hipócrita,
mean?
sí vas a pensar diferente de mí.
I've said you can do whatever you want, but don't bring it close to me because like this is a close circle of friends, and
Es
I,
que-
don't, I wouldn't bring
Mira, siempre
Pero
y
es
cuando-
what I'm saying, pero
No,
cambia
lo
la
que él se
perspectiva.
refiere es si tienes las cosas, las pautas claras, si sabes que son culitos, manejamos ese
not bring
término.
them. If it is your
No me
boyfriend,
importa,
bring him.
no me
If
importa,
it is-
o sea,
if
do you.
somebody, like, no.
Ahora, si me vas a traer todo el tiempo una relación seria, ahí sí es distinto.
Es que, claro, es
porque
como
estás
que-
jugando con tus sentimientos y con los de él.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question.
Ah.
Do you guys as men mind when other men show interest to your girlfriend?
Do we mind?
Do you mind
ya
when
me ha
other
pasado,
men
Ya me ha pasado, me da risa.
show interest to your girlfriend, like
Cuando-
in
cuando-
front of you,
Cuando estás con tu jevita y el bicho como que la está viendo mucho.
o hasta le habla?
A mí me pasa.
O que
Do
la
you
novia
mind?
que tú
Me aburre
tienes
risa.
agarra mucha atracción de los
Me
hombres.
da
Yeah.
me aburre
A
risa.
mí like pecho paloma pasó, pues. Me lo como yo.
Nah.
Ah.
Eso es mío.
Yo se-
Pasó, le pongo
yo
la
sí-
mano en
yo
la
sí le digo,
nalga.
¿qué pasó, papá? ¿Me vas a soplar el bistec?
Claro, es como
But-
que pasó.
You can't just mind your business.
Nah.
You're
Igual,
gonna,
lo
like,
que
we're gonna
pasa
show
es que-
off. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what
Lo
I'm
que
saying.
pasa es
Why
que-
do you guys feel the
Why do
need
you
to,
feel the
like,
need to like chest out? Like,
territorial,
Es que
like, this is
distinto.
mine, don't touch it.
Somos territoriales.
Somos
Y creo que
territoriales.
por...
Like, and
de-
we know-
Which
and
is
we know
okay.
how
That's
people-
attractive. I think that's attractive. That's
That's
something
how
about
men
toxic
think.
We know
masculinity
how
that I
men
like.
think, you
If
know?
it doesn't get aggressive and
Pero...
fighty, which can happen with men.
No, o sea, a mí me pasó...
And if you wait,
y-
and also if you show like you're un bobo, te lo van a quitar.
También hay diferencias. Y también a ustedes les gusta que uno muestre interés. Porque tanto ese interés también se vuelve inatractivo.
Yeah, you want to know that the person you're with is.
And you
attractive.
guys like to be like always like
Y también a ustedes
have
les
you,
gusta
like,
que los cuiden
highlights. Like
en
you said,
algún
you want
punto.
to build like a shrine for yourself and stuff like that. Like we also like we want to show you off. What's the problem? Like a spin. That's it.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's like this, like,
I've dealt with a lot of men that like just
they feel like they own you.
yeah, and they don't even like that aspect. Like they'll be
I
like,
mean-
yo, put on a t-shirt.
Okay, that's crazy.
no, eso
That-
no.
That's something else.
Esas inseguridades
That's
que tiene él
insecurity, yeah.
mismo.
A lot of men though. A lot
Yeah.
of men.
Sí, pero ajá, ya eso es de ellos.
I'll be like, girl, like I can make her come. You won't.
Anyways, okay.
Uh,
Toxic masculinity. That was fun.
That was not
Me
fun.
cortaste el tema
Yeah.
y me molestó.
You guys are good?
Yeah, we're just trying to figure this out.
'Cause I think you guys are a little tense.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
No, we just
You're so tense. I think you need to breathe, shake it off.
The thing is that we have spoken about this and we
It's gotta
and,
be-
and they told me
Yeah.
like when we are like
I feel
we
like,
disagree.
Oh, you're gonna start swinging at
No,
you.
no, no.
no.
This is how we speak.
Yeah.
Kathy, what's something about toxic masculinity that you've dealt with personally? Like, I'm not talking about the regular things like the, sexual assault or like things like that.
I think it's so, like, it's a bunch of little stuff.
I have a question though.
Okay.
What?
What do you guys think about a man telling you cannot go out with your friends?
That's terrible.
Dump him.
That's terrible. That's not your man no more.
Okay, but like, what do you think about him? Like personally, why do you think he would say that to you?
Why?
Because
The
you guys-
insecurity.
Yeah, because you
What?
guys think that
Insecurity.
when we're with our friends, we go crazy.
Yeah.
Just the same that some girls think that when the guys get together, you guys go crazy.
Yeah.
Sí los amo.
¿Mm?
Sí los amo. Jugamos Mario Kart arrechísimo, Mortal Kombat
See,
arrechísimo.
the thing is, girls too, though.
Fifita.
And then girls just go and gossip about their vagina.
But like
And
okay.
dance.
Yeah.
Y hablan de
Okay.
nosotros también.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Of course, cool, perfect. But like, I don't think we're insecure though. If
You
you're
mean
asking
we?
Eso es inseguridad.
You consider yourself?
Straight up.
Okay,
no,
pero,
I don't consider myself that. I don't consider myself that.
Pero
You
¿por
can
qué
do
tú
whatever.
crees? Then
nobody's calling you insecure.
But I'm just talking about the topic though. It's not
¿por qué
scared.
tú crees que es inseguridad?
No,
A
I
ella
never
le
said
digo que es
insecurity.
inseguridad.
She
He
said
thinks
that.
it's not
I don't think it's
It's
insecurity.
not.
You know, it's like
What do you think, sir?
it is like the same thing when you see a friend or one of your close friends that likes you and we tell them like, hey, I don't like you with this person because I know how he thinks and he does this. You're gonna be in an environment like surrounded by horny ass people,
Sigue siendo inseguridad.
and then
Yeah.
Sigue
no.
siendo inseguridad.
Sí,
Sigue
porque
siendo
no
inseguridad.
confías
That's definitely
en
insecurity.
tu
Si confías
novia.
si confías en la otra persona
No,
que te lo
but-
estás diciendo, sabes el nivel.
¿Hasta dónde va a llegar? Aunque
Sí.
esté en una room full of people that want to whore around. Pero si tú
Yo
no
no
estás...
estoy diciendo que está nada mal. Para mí puede hacer lo que le dé la gana. Estoy poniéndome el punto de la perspectiva de una persona así.
We're not
Yo-
attacking you.
¿Ah?
We're not attacking you.
Sí, sí. Pero listen.
No te puedes poner en el punto de la otra persona y no esperar que nosotros te digamos cómo vamos a
Está bien,
pensar.
está bien. Aquí. Lo que yo estoy diciendo es que hay muchas veces que pueden haber tipos que se te van a acercar y se te van a hacer pasar un mal rato porque de alguna manera u otra van
You
a
know-
querer estar contigo. Y hay
You know,
muchas
girls
personas
can
que
like leave. I mean,
Pero
yeah, men
sigue
are
siendo-
aggressive. This is
They
true.
can
but
turn
we
aggressive.
can walk away.
Pero sigue
Or
But
siendo
like,
then that's
inseguridad.
not my fault.
That's
And
not
I
my
shouldn't
fault.
stop living my life because men don't know how to control
Or
themselves.
stop going
I
out with
already
your
do that
friends.
enough.
Pero
But, like, that's-
igual estás
that's
hablando de un tipo
your-
de inseguridad.
love that, bestie.
No, estás hablando, no, o sea, no estás hablando únicamente de la inseguridad de que ella se vaya a ir con otro tipo, sino simplemente con la inseguridad de que ella pueda pasar un mal rato. Sigue siendo inseguridad.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Because what are you saying the main problem of that is que ella va a pasar un mal rato?
But like even though
That kind
like
of
you
sucks
said
though,
like you
do you
like
think?
the man cannot control themselves. That's a
Porque
world.
si,
That's the world we live in, and it can't happen. You know what I mean?
But
All I can do is like be
That is
careful.
not an excuse for men not controlling
Yeah.
themselves. That's the world we live in. That's not an excuse.
No, no.
Like,
Pero-
women's
But like
already...
it is a reality. It's not an
No, lo que él se
excuse.
refiere es que
It's
con
true.
esa excusa
¿Qué va a
tampoco.
pasar?
No, con esa excusa no es como que, bueno, no vas a salir más nunca en tu vida.
No, yo no estoy
porque
diciendo
sea-
eso. Solamente estoy diciendo que son cosas que pasan, cosas que nosotros sabemos cómo piensan los hombres. Y es como que está bien, pero mosca. Te puede pasar algo.
Yeah, you definitely have to be more alert and more cautious when you go out as a woman, especially when it's just a group of friends like girls. You definitely
But
have to be more
we've
aware.
been dealing with that our whole lives. Like, it's the thing is like...
I'm at the
You
point where like I have to
normalized
like
it, though.
just put my hand in their face.
Yeah, we
That's what I'm
have.
trying to say. You normalized it, but like it is not okay.
We have
It's not.
normalized it. Men and women have normalized it because I don't feel safe going out at night, and that's not my fault.
Me
but
either.
and it's not your fault, but it is of the men that feel entitled to my body when they see me.
Okay,
que
that's
como
good.
no.
How do you guys feel? See, that's not okay to say.
But like either way,
No,
it's
pero,
like
eso estuvo
for
mal.
example, if you
Oh,
if
mal.
if you like a man or like a woman, you don't care. Just I'm not shooting my shot. Not
You
yes
can
or no.
shoot your shot without being aggressive, but what you're saying is like your girl being uncomfortable,
Puedes hacerlo, pero
like walk
puedes ser
away,
respetuoso.
like walk away.
Puedes ser respetuoso. Shoot your shot respectfully.
Y si te pones agresivo, like ahí es donde estamos mal, que te sientes que no puedes tomar un no.
Do you know how many times I've had a guy like in the club come up to me, ask to dance or like ask for something, and I'm like, oh no, like I'm not interested. He'll be like, I'll fuck you then.
Yeah, that's what
Do
I'm
you know how
saying.
many fucking times that's
men
happened?
don't know how to take a no. They feel because you know why? Because that
Depende de la
hurts.
situación.
They
Depende,
think they think that because you're out dancing with your friends, maybe wearing something short, that you're available to them or like somehow.
Or not even that. Like I've had so many DMs of guys that like call me beautiful and all this, and if I just like it or don't respond,
Dude.
okay,
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Casi lo hago.
that don't and then I like maybe just like it or don't respond, and they text me a paragraph of like, I'm such a bitch, you're not even that cute, when a minute ago you were just saying I was beautiful.
I'll add screenshots.
So like I'm a little confused. And
Okay,
that's what
okay.
I'm saying, that men can take no sometimes.
Sí,
Okay.
depende de la
guess.
situación. Depende de la situación y depende del hombre también.
También depende del hombre.
How do you
Sos un
guys
niño.
how do you guys feel about the saying that's not all men but all women?
I've never heard that
Like
one.
it's not
never-
it's not
never heard
every
that one.
man, but it's every woman has a story.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, ok.
I get that.
Sí lo puedo entender,
Explica.
sinceramente.
Basically, like not all men are like así, I don't know how to put
No
it
todos
in
los hombres son
words.
así, pero todas las mujeres tienen una historia con un hombre así.
Ajá.
Correcto.
O con alguna experiencia
Es
de,
verdad.
de
Y,
algo
cierto.
así.
y ese es mi
Sí.
gran like problema cuando like yo hablo de estos temas y como que no me están entendiendo o like no me estoy like whatever, que ustedes hay veces que piensan que porque ustedes no lo están haciendo significa que no pasa.
Es que volvemos a otro punto. Es perspectiva. Nosotros nada más podemos hablar de
Exacto.
nuestra perspectiva. Nosotros
Ya,
no hemos
pero-
estado ahí y no sabemos lo mal. Bueno, yo me he sentido acosado. Incluso por
That
otros
can also,
hombres,
yeah, it
o
can
incluso
definitely
por
happen.
otras
Women
mujeres.
can be very aggressive
Y,
as well.
o sea, yo sé lo incómodo que se siente. De hecho, la otra vez lo puse en lo escuché en un podcast. Tú como hombre, ¿cómo te sentirías si... Me voy a ir un poquito más allá. ¿Cómo te sentirías si trabajaras en una peluquería y estuvieras completamente rodeado de personas homosexuales, de hombres homosexuales?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna get into that too.
Y todos estuviesen todo el momento esperando que tú te deslices para cogerte.
Yeah.
¿Cómo te sentirías?
I saw
Tú siendo heterosexual. ¿Te sentirías como una mujer?
I wouldn't care.
¿Te
no,
sentirías como una
no,
mujer?
because listen,
Oh.
I saw
Exacto,
this
sí.
thing. I saw this thing that was like,
Incomodísimo.
are men so uncomfortable around gay men because they feel how women feel all the time?
Sí, es cierto. Es
Yeah,
cierto.
I saw that and I was
ese es el
like,
punto.
Oh.
Most,
Ese es el
a lot
punto.
of men. I'm not talking about you guys, but
Ese es
like
el punto.
No,
a
but
lot of men
that
are
is true,
uncomfortable
though.
around
Pero-
gay men.
A mí me tocó
And is it because they
me
feel
tocó
how women
rechazar.
feel around men?
Que jode. Es incómodo.
That shit was
Es
crazy.
muy
That shit blew my
incómodo.
mind when I
Hold on,
saw
give me a
it.
second for that.
Es incómodo, sí. De hecho, mi hermano me enseñó a rechazar a otros hombres en un punto. Porque yo iba mucho tiempo a la playa en Perú
Because men are aggressive. Right?
y se me quedaban viendo. Y llegó un punto en el que mi hermano me dijo, brother, tranquilo, acércate y dile, hola, un placer.
Soy heterosexual.
Disculpa,
I'm straight.
me siento halagado, pero me siento incómodo.
Yeah.
O sea, podrías parar y te vas.
Well, bueno, sí. Sí.
De hecho, es una forma respetuosa de hacerlo y es mantener, o sea,
Lo que
crear
pasa
una
es que
línea.
yo no he tenido ninguno de mis amigos gays trata de ligar con straight men.
No.
So I've never seen that. So, por mi experiencia,
O sea,
no digo que no pase.
Estamos diciendo que es toxic homosexuality.
No. Lo que yo estoy diciendo es que yo no lo miro tanto. So, like, yo
pasa?
no he visto eso. Sé que pasa,
No
pero
todos los gays,
Yeah.
pero todos los hombres tienen una historia con eso.
Pero, por ejemplo, like, yo he estado alrededor de muchas personas gay, de los dos, de mujeres gay y de hombres gay, y nunca los he visto tratando de, like, acosar
Yeah.
a un hombre cuando saben que es straight. Porque
Yeah.
tú sabes que yo
Yo tengo
siempre...
amigos que les encanta voltearlo.
Los
Well,
hombres...
even like the presence of gay men can make some straight
Yeah,
men
like, so, you know,
uncomfortable.
like, the thing that men say, like, as long as he doesn't get fruity with me,
Yeah.
we don't have a
Like,
problem.
I don't mind
Yeah.
gay people, but he better not touch me.
And I'm like, he don't want to touch you.
I'm like, he's not gonna fuck you by touching your arm.
Yeah, like, relax, homie. He's
That's
not
an
attracted to
insecurity.
you.
That's an insecurity.
For
That
sure.
is an
¿Es
insecurity.
inseguro?
For sure.
Definitely. But I also don't agree with you in the fact that like letting a man down respectfully works. That doesn't always work.
No siempre.
Porque eso es el punto también que nosotras tenemos, es que nosotros
No digo que
tratamos...
no digo que
A las
todo-
mujeres
que
también.
el 100% me ha pasado.
Yeah.
O sea, no digo que el 100% de las veces ha funcionado, pero...
Y yo creo que
Estoy-
por eso...
Pero
Generando
tú
barreras.
te mantienes firme,
Yeah.
que tú eres una persona correcta y tú le dices...
No, y yo
primero
creo que
gracias,
por
pero no
eso
gracias.
también la mujer se vuelve sometimes a little bitchy. Because we learned that doing it the nice way doesn't work. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the stink face and tell
And
you
then
to
we're
get the
labeled
fuck off.
as bitches
Right.
because of that.
Right. So like and this has been brainwashing to me, I guess. It's like at the gym I don't smile to anyone unless it's you guys. And like I try not to look at any guy because I feel like as soon as I look at a guy, he's gonna think I'm interested in him.
I struggle with that because I smile at everyone at the gym, and then everybody thinks they could speak to me.
Ah, bueno, pero tú eres rara,
Tú
chaval.
eres rara.
Tú eres rara.
Why?
Cuando ni siquiera te conocíamos era así.
Era así, brother. And I showed it to
Y
you
era
yesterday.
rarísimo.
Like, the way
Y
she
en
works
estos días-
out.
En estos días lo hablamos. Y
Ayer
tú
se lo dije a
También
ella.
lo conversamos porque tú lo
But
haces
I
sin
think
querer.
that she doesn't do it on
She
I don't
doesn't
do it
do
on
it on
purpose.
purpose, so it's
Tú lo
uncomfortable.
haces sin querer, pero es rarísimo.
What I'm trying to say is I'm friendly like naturally, and I feel like a lot of men think that that's an open like,
Yeah.
approach.
Yeah, for sure.
Rarísimo.
Está raro.
Pero bueno.
Pero en conclusión,
In conclusion.
no sean tóxicos.
Todos los hombres son iguales y todas las mujeres son
No.
iguales. Perros todos. y
In
putas
conclusion,
todas.
we need to stop the toxic masculinity and also like all the trails of pain and hurt that are like that we're dragging.
And it doesn't make you less of a man if you cry, I promise. We'll pat you in the
doesn't.
back
No,
and tell you it's
no.
okay.
We cry. We just don't cry in front of
Solo-
you. Haha.
Yo creo que sí estamos avanzando.
I think we're getting better.
Ya estamos conversando al respecto y ya estamos yendo a un punto en el que se está normalizando el que los hombres vayan a terapia o que hablan de sus sentimientos y absolutamente todo eso. Porque es chimbo, pero hay hombres que quietly están pidiendo auxilio todo el tiempo.
Yeah.
Bueno,
Pero se está hablando de eso.
Así que si eres un hombre
Estamos
y
chavos.
quieres hablar de tus sentimientos,
No nos escribas.
llámame.
No, nosotros, a mí no.
No.
I got you. Therapy
no,
session for free.
no. Respectfully, pero yo soy heterosexual, me siento halagado.
Stop, stop.
Oh,
That's it.
stop acusando women.
Chao.
Bye.